Hey, we're here at the American Trucking Association's Management Conference and Exhibition. It's where ATA's leaders and fleets come together to develop policies and positions for ATA to advocate for on their behalf. We're here with Brenna Lyles, the Senior Director of Safety Policy for ATA, who just helped lead the Safety Policy Committee meeting, where they effectively developed changes to two policies, one on distracted driving and one on electronic logging devices. So first, distracted driving. Tell us a little bit about why were there changes to the policy necessary and what changes did you make and why?
Yeah. So about a year and a half ago, a few members of our broader safety policy committee really raised distracted driving as an issue that they wanted us as an organization to look at, not just on behalf of truck drivers, but also the broader driving population.
Right.
What can we do as an industry to play a role in reducing distracted driving? So we formed a working group on distracted driving, and really the first order of business that group thought was necessary was, let's reiterate, double down on ATA's policy position here. So it's exciting. It's our first policy change in a while.
Yeah. 10 years, I think, in the making.
Something like that. It was last updated in 2016.
Yeah.
So really, the policy change is nothing major. It's more of a recommitment to addressing this issue on a whole, to looking at the different ways that we can do that, and thinking about the new types of technologies that could be distracting for a driver behind the wheel, whether they're a truck driver or just a passenger car driver.
Sure.
Yeah,
well,
so,
I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. For the trucking industry, the real importance here is that it's not just about us, it's the other motorists, and that other motorists should be held to the same high standards that truck drivers are, right?
Yeah,
Which is that
absolutely.
You're not allowed to use a handheld device. Everybody should be held to that standard. But since the original policy was developed, which focused really more on texting and handheld use, people now have things with big screens with video on them, right?
Yeah.
And so we need to do something about that,
Oh
right?
yeah, or they're filming themselves while they're driving down the road, which is scary.
Oh dear, we're doing TikTok videos.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things.
Right.
So it includes, watching videos, filming. Also, we thought about other types of technology, not just those handheld devices, but maybe like what's on your wrist.
Yeah.
There's lots of distraction out there.
Sure.
And then along with that, just, how do we think about the laws and in the enforcement around all this? So part of the policy is supporting uniform state and hopefully one day federal laws for both truck and passenger car drivers.
Well, that's fantastic, because we do have a sort of a patchwork quilt of distracted driving legislation out there, and it's clear that the rest of the industry is not held, but the other motorists aren't held to the same standard that truck drivers are. You also mentioned the electronic logging device policy. When the mandate first came into place, we were kind of in a rush to get everybody using them.
Yeah.
Tell us about the change to the policy now, and why is it necessary, and what does it do?
Yeah, I think the policy change is several years in the making, honestly. We've known about fraud in the industry for some time, and the type of fraud that we're now seeing is just way more elaborate. Whether it's foreign actors or domestic actors, they're essentially using complex cyber hacking methods to tap into these devices, to manipulate logs, sometimes in real time.
Right.
It's really concerning, and it's really hard to spot for law enforcement.
Yeah.
So this had come to light. As an industry, we need to do something because we want to see our drivers safe.
Yeah.
We want them following those hours of service rules, and
Right.
this is a scary way around that.
Right. Well, when we first developed our support as a group for the ELD mandate, we couldn't allow time to put into place a certification process that would really have dragged it out far too long. So the initial thing now is that the ELD providers have to self-certify that their device is compliant, which opens the door potentially to fraud and misuse and falsification.
Right.
What are we doing now about certification? I mean, the Canadians, you got to get certified by a third-party government agency, right? So what's going to happen in the U.S.?
Right. So we don't know yet what's going to happen in the U.S., but ATA's policy affirms that we support that third-party verification and certification process, like Canada. Whether it looks exactly like how Canada does it now, we'll see.
Right.
I think there are kinks there that will need to be worked out, but that is the policy change. We're excited about that, and it had unanimous support. So it's really really good, really good.
It did, yeah. No, that's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
we see just about, every month that FMCSA reviews an ELD. They pull them from the approved list. So this is really a necessary step. I think fleets are ill-prepared to determine if the ELD they're using meets the federal standards from a technical perspective. So to have a requirement that someone else do that is really important, yeah?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And there's more work to do, right?
Sure.
Like this is a step in the right direction, but we will need to dig into those technicalities and think about how do you audit the folks who are already out there, and then how do you move forward?
Right, with the new ones as they're developed. Well, thank you so much for spending the time with us. And
Thanks.
again, you'll hear more news from the American Trucking Association's Management Conference and Exhibition.